My name is Lee H. Tillman, and thank you for listening to Anxiety Twins. We're just going to jump right into it. First of all, thank you for listening. If you've been listening to our last few episodes, they've been doing pretty well out there. People are listening.
If you were wondering, we did get rid of that rat. So
we did, yeah. If you've been following with us, the rat is no longer here. Our two chickens, which are right over to the left of us, are still here. So that's nice. I think I wanted to just talk about my summer. When I compare like my last summer to this summer, I used to like do shows Thursday to Sunday. Like I used to like be a book, like, do shows Thursday to Sunday. But the thing is that all those shows were like local shows. This summer, I'm just doing like one show a week, but that show is maybe like, a casino or a convention or something. And it's a bigger show and with more people and stuff, but it's only like once a week. And I'm trying to figure out like what's like the next, what's the next thing? What's the next big goal?
I feel like I hear a lot of Portland comics say similar, have a similar feeling.
Back in the day, you would do, the Tonight Show or something, and you're seen by millions of people. But now if you want to be seen by millions of people, you got to be on the internet. So I don't know if like moving away isn't really a thing that I don't think that's the way to solve the problem.
But I really want to move to New York.
Do you?
I love New York. When I lived there, I would move back if I could.
Yeah, I like New York. I've never lived there, but I've been there a couple times. Like the closest thing, I spent a summer in New Jersey. So that was like the closest thing, like East Coast. It was a summer internship at Rutgers University.
Go Tigers? It's usually some sort of cat.
Oh shoot, I should know it. What is Rutgers?
Go Rockers.
Rutgers. Oh, now
picture like one of the rocking chairs. That's the mascot.
Rutgers. Yeah, I should know what the mascot of Rutgers is. I mean, I didn't actually go there. It's not like
Anyway.
But it was so anybody that's upset.
Yeah,
any Rutgers University alumni, please don't get upset with me.
But if you were in New Jersey, that meant you were able to take the train.
Yeah, you take a train to go to New York a lot. Yeah,
as much as you could.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, New York it was fun.
Yeah, I was seeing something about that. It was like a little clip that came my way about really old artists that live in New York were like sharing their stories about how when they first moved into the apartment that they're still in. Like they followed like 4 or 5 different couples or artists. They were in their 70s and 80s, and they were all living in a rent control apartment building. And they were sharing about like what was the artist vibe in New York at the time. And it was like all of us just like found this $600 a month apartment and were able to explore all of whatever we wanted to do with our art during that time. And like none of these people are famous. Like that's not the goal. It's just like living as an artist and not having to.
That sounds like
out, I guess.
That sounds like 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
And yeah, where it was.
So I guess the point why they did this is because when these people die, like the last generation of people who are still living in their rent control apartment buildings that they got in the 70s and 80s, then they're going to flip the apartment and turn it into like a $3,000 a month thing. And that's not going to happen again. It's not the next generation of artists coming in.
Yep.
It's just nothing.
Oh, and another thing that happened like recently, I was supposed to do Comedy in the Park this year, which is this yearly show that they do where generally there's like 4,000 people there outside in the park, and you get to do comedy. You generally do, if you're a headliner, you're doing like 15 to 20 I mean, I think you're supposed to do 15, but
Well, although you were
most people
saying
go
that
over.
this
Yeah,
year has changed as opposed to last year, it seemed like it was less people and more time per
yeah.
person.
Now generally, you're doing like 10 minutes, but it's really fun because like it's so many people there, and I generally sell merch after the shows, and I generally like do pretty well selling merch, and you get a lot of followers after it,
Yeah.
and you just it's a really fun show. But it rained. It quote unquote rained. Like rain
It
was
didn't even rain. The rain
yeah.
was forecasted.
Yeah, it was forecasted, but like it didn't actually rain, so the show got canceled,
That was
and we're
disappointing.
just kind of in the clouds. Like it was cloudy all day, but it didn't really rain. And so because they kind of schedule everything all year, like every comic for every show,
Yeah, all
there's
summer.
there's probably not a chance for me to do it this year, so I have to like wait until next year to do it,
Yeah.
which is another bummer. And then also I just got rejected for a movie part, which um like I really have no like real desire to be an actor, but if somebody asked me to do something, I'll do it. But it was weird, like they were looking for a stand-up comedian, looks like in their 30, about 35 years old, stand up, black, and I'm assuming because they asked me, they couldn't find any actors in Portland. Because I don't know, like they asked another comic that I believe is in the movie, and then they asked for any suggestions, and my name came up, and I sent in like when we were initially talking with the director, we were going back and forth, like send me your stuff, and I want to see. They wanted to see my comedy for some reason but there's no stand up in the movie.
Right, as what you were saying, like it could,
Read the script.
any actor could.
Yeah, any
I
actor
said
could do
actor,
it.
weird actor could pretend to be a comic, and
Yeah.
they wouldn't even really do any stand up. So they don't even
Yes.
have to
So I'm not sure why she wanted to see my stand, but he was like, send me something. I'm like, I have tons of stuff, but okay, I'll send it. And for like the first couple of days, trying to talking back and forth, and then I actually like recorded the audition and sent it to her, and then just radio silence, like nothing. She didn't say anything. And then on Monday, she sends like a blind copied email to like, we're going to postpone the movie because we couldn't find the lead. I'm like, well, I didn't need to be. You could have just told me. You didn't. I didn't need to
That
be.
was one way to let you know.
Yeah, I guess that was a sly way to let me know that I didn't get the part. But it's not like it. I mean, any type of rejection like it hurts a bit, but
Yeah.
it wasn't like, it wasn't like I was hanging my hat on it. Like I really was excited to do it, but it would have been cool to do.
Yeah.
But like you do the thing and you send it to them. You're like, okay, what do you think? You're like, nah, no thanks. So that feels kind of,
yeah.
That kind of sucks. But I'm glad it's not something that I was dying to do.
What else is going on this summer?
Um,
You haven't really been doing festivals. You did a lot of festivals.
I didn't.
Last year.
Yeah, I did. I used to do a lot of festivals. I don't do as many festivals as I used to, and that's mostly because like they cost a lot of money. And also like you kind of learn after a while that unless industry is there, there's really, and if they're not like paying for anything, like no hotel, no food, like they're not paying for anything, they just want you to show up and do all the stuff, it's really not worth it.
Yeah, I feel like this would be an interesting thing to share for whoever might be listening if they're comics and they want to do festivals, because I think it's kind of like that kind of thing that you don't know until you do it. And a lot of people, I think I've only done 2 or 3 festivals. I don't even know. I got into 3. I think I think
you got into 3. You only did 2 of them.
I stopped applying after that because I was just like, I don't really even want to do this. But because of the 2, no, I did one that was local.
Yeah,
I did All Janes.
Yeah. Okay.
But I never counted. Anyway, when people see other comics see that I did these festivals, they'll reach out and ask like, how was it? Should I apply to it? And it really, like, you and I are always saying the same thing to comics who ask, like, it's like a personal choice. If you want to spend, if it's a place that you already were going to want to go to, if like, if you don't mind not making any money from it, because you just kind of go with low expectations that it's probably not going to do anything for you to like advance your comedy career or anything. It's really just
Well,
like a hangout. And if you, I personally don't like hanging out. Like I'm like an old mom. I want to be on stage, but then I'm done. Like I don't enjoy the extra 3 hours of like hanging out at the bar that so some people maybe do. And so if you like that, then do it.
well, I feel like my thing is that like it's if you if you're gonna do it, go there and just try to meet the comics that live in that city. And if you're going to be traveling, the next time you go to that city, you know people. So, I know people in a bunch of different cities all around the country just from doing festivals. So if I ever go back to, Kansas City or, Denver, I know people there so I can get on shows and things like that.
Yeah.
But for the most part, unless a festival has some type of industry that's going to be there, and if then it's really not worth going.
And even then, though, didn't you say to the one that you went to where it had a lot of industry, like even the industry told you, unless you have a lot of followers, we can't help you.
Yeah, well, that is another thing that I learned from doing the festivals is that how you get booked now. What I learned is that the industry doesn't know what they're doing either. Right. They're trying to figure it out just like we are because everything is broken down. Like you used to be able to get into a club and maybe get booked and, work out some stuff and get followers and get fans and then go to clubs all around the country. You used to be able to like get an agent and get on a TV show or get on some type of late night talk show. But like all that stuff is gone or disappearing. So the really what I learned is that you have to do it yourself. Like you have to you have to find your own people online somehow on the internet, TikTok, Instagram, and find your people. And then once you get followers, once you get people, then you can get booked at clubs. But that's not really, it used to be the other way around. And that's not how it works anymore. And
so really festivals are just if you enjoy a festival. Like some people just want to go out.
Yeah. I mean, like I'm saying, like I have gotten, like they have helped. Like I have, the casino shows that I do, I got because I went to a festival. I met someone that books casinos in the Pacific Northwest and now I'm doing casinos.
Yeah.
So, they have helped and I do like meet people. And like I recently just submitted something to Late Night with Jimmy Fallon. And I never would have had that person's email if I hadn't gone there and met them. But I did send it in and he replied, which is nice. But he said that he books, like he didn't have in this, I think he had like a truncated schedule this summer. And a bunch of people asked to be on the show a lot this year. So try again next year, which is not a no. But I mean that's nice. Yeah. At least one, at least he responded back, and I'll just try again next year and see what happens. I'm not expecting it to like change my life, but it will be a really cool thing to say.
Yeah.
My parents will actually be like, "Oh, you're on TV." Like that's
that's like, oh.
Yeah, now because that's like that generation, like that's what validates them. Like you can have 1 million followers and that doesn't really mean anything. Like an older person is like, oh, you're on TV, this thing that I watch.
Yeah, and it doesn't feel like anything. Is like, I don't know, it's like seeing cash versus a number on your bank account. Kind of like you're like, yeah, I guess it's money, but it's not that impressive.
I mean, but again, it'll I mean, I'd be excited to do it. It's a very cool thing to do.
Yeah.
And it's a cool credit. It'd be fun to do. But
I forgot where we were going with the industry thing. Oh, I was also going to say, like, when applying to comedy festivals, it would be nice to know what is their plan for stage time. Because remember that one festival I went to, like, the week before I was supposed to go, they were like, here's the lineup for the weekend, and everybody is getting 3 minutes on Friday, and then everybody's getting 5 minutes on Saturday, and then, like, some late night shows that you can do if you want to like just if you're just like around, and like
Yeah.
everything was very loosey goosey. And I was like, well, I didn't sign up to just be like go to 3 open mics in a city that is not my own. Like that's not very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, like one thing I'll always say is before you even look at a festival, like do research, see how many years they've been doing it. Because if it's new,
also
if it's a brand new one,
an older one, but they changed it from the year before.
If they've been doing it
But
for a
if
while,
it's an older one, it's more likely
it's
to not suck.
it's probably going to be a better one. That and then just look like, do they have headliners? Another thing, are they bringing in big name people?
Right, like
so
somebody you recognize.
Yeah, but yeah, if they do, obviously, like look if they're going to pay for anything. If they're going to pay for any food, going to pay for hotels or at least a discount or something.
Mm-hmm.
Most people don't pay for a flight. I mean, maybe if you're a headliner, yeah, but I don't think most people pay for a flight. But
most festivals, you mean?
Yeah, most festivals, aren't going to pay you for a flight. But at least you'll get a free hotel. I've gotten free hotels at festivals.
Yeah, that's
and
more likely.
Because
they can rent the whole hotel and be like,
yeah. So that's probably your best bet if you're going to do that. But I never do local festivals because the festivals in general don't pay. So why would I want to do a free show in Portland?
Yeah.
So I generally don't. Yeah.
When you could make $20.
Yeah.
Why would you want to do that for free? Yeah. This weekend we actually have shows. This week we both do. You have something on Thursday.
Yeah, I'm doing a casino show.
Where is that?
In Arlington, Washington.
Yeah, you're on tour this week.
Yeah, all on tour in Arlington, Washington.
And then after that, we're going to Beaverton.
Yeah, nice. And then Corvallis.
Yeah,
Corvallis, Oregon. We're all over. We are all over the place.
We're all over
this weekend.
State.
It is that is a lot of driving though.
It's a lot. Of driving.
There's a lot of driving to do in like a four-day period.
All 3 of those shows we know are good shows.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you're like, Corvallis for like a bar.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah, but yeah, it's probably going to be a pretty good show.
Mm-hmm.
And we're both going to be on the Beaverton show.
We're both going to Beaverton.
That's right.
Because I think we already talked about this last time.
What's that?
We're a known couple, so comics are like,
people, yeah. They like asked me if I wanted to be on the show, and also is Andrea there? Yeah, why don't you ask her if she's on the show?
I love to be an also, and also a plus one.
Mm-hmm.
I have a bone to pick with you about the clips of this podcast that you have been posting. Mm-hmm. They all make me look insane. I think it's
listen. I'm just showing the people. What these are all.
Me being like, blah, blah, blah. You're like, that's it.
That's the one. That's the thing.
That's not what I sound like. I never say blah blah blah.
Look at that Adam Sandler quote. Look at you.
Come on. I watch things. I know shit.
Yeah.
I feel like let's talk about movies and then we can go back to comedy.
Movies, then go back to comedy. Okay. What movie you want to talk about? You wanted
to talk about
Dracula?
I don't even remember the name of it.
It's just called Dracula, right?
Dracula. Yeah.
Well, it's not a movie. It's like a 3-part miniseries.
My theory is that it was meant to be a movie. And they couldn't pitch it as a movie for some reason, so they cut it into chunks, into 2 episodes, 1 and 2, and then they were like, well, a miniseries has to have 3 episodes at least, and then they added a third. Like, well, there's that.
Yeah, it's on.
That's my theory. That's how it felt.
Is it Netflix?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just 3-part. I mean, there's so much garbage on Netflix, but it's a 3-part series on Dracula that's supposed to like explain why Dracula is afraid of certain things, like why Dracula is afraid of the cross. It's supposed to give you like a different reason, and
Christians love that part.
Yeah, and then it's supposed to give you like a couple other things, but like it would like the first 2 the episodes are like an hour and a half, so they all feel like movies. It feels like 3 different movies. They're like an hour and a half long, but the first 2 are fine. I don't think they're great. They just, it just feels like fake, like forced charisma. He's like supposed to be cooler than he actually is.
Mm-hmm.
If you look beneath the surface on anything that's being said or done, you're like, wait, that doesn't make any sense. Like, why? Like, he's like trying to offer a reason why you would let him in the house. But I'm like, yeah, no one would do that. Like, why? Yeah,
Come
that's
on.
Dracula's just at the door. Come
He's
on,
just at the door. Invite me to your party.
come on, do it.
I'll be really sad if you
Yeah,
don't.
he's not. He's supposed to be smarter than like
Yeah, he's 400 years old. He should know some shit.
yeah, and it just feels like fake charisma, fake charm.
Yeah, also
and
the
it's
guy's not really that handsome or good looking. They're always like, ooh, this handsome guy's coming. And you're like, it's just a guy. And his nails are disgusting.
Yeah, that's the only thing about vampire. I guess vampires can't cut their nails. Is that like everything else they can change? They can change. They're like 400 years old.
Skin and everything.
Yeah.
Well, that's why it was so bad. It was because they made up all these rules about vampires and then they broke them in the third episode. And you're like, well, in this universe, what are the rules?
Yeah. So the first 2 episodes were fine, but the third episode made me I was just upset because
you had to stand up. You were like, I don't know what to do with this rage. I have to
like, because I can watch a bad movie and be like, okay, that was a bad movie, or like if it's okay, I'm like, okay, whatever. I mean, it is what it is. But like that was just it because they took what was bad about the first 2, which was already just that it was just fake. It was fake smart, fake inspirational, fake
took that
whatever.
away in the third episode,
and they just doubled down on it. It was just like if you thought about anything that he said for like half a second, you're like, no, that's not. Why would they do that?
Dumb girl, and he's like, "You're so amazing because you're not afraid." She's stupid. She's too stupid to be afraid of something that should clearly be scary. And then at the end, she's like, "Oh shit, I fucked up." So she was never fearless. She was just like grasping the concept of what just happened to her.
Well, the dumbest part is that like I don't want to spoil it for you.
Yeah, just do it.
But let's do it. She gets cremated. Well, she gets turned into a vampire, and then she gets cremated. But she doesn't know that her body is still going to be intact. So when she gets cremated, she's just burned, like from head to toe.
Yeah,
and she's like still a vampire. So she's walking around, but for some reason, she still thinks she looks like she always did. I'm like, all you have to do is look down.
You just have to look at your hands.
Look at your hands and be like, oh my God. So she walks into the room still thinking she looks like she does. And, you're seeing her from her perspective. So it's supposed to be like she doesn't know.
Girl walks in.
And I'm just like,
well,
what?
also like she looks in the mirror and she sees herself how she was. But if the other guy, vampire guy, looks at himself in the mirror, which like famously vampires are not supposed to be able to, he sees his old self, which is not how he was, is how he at one point was during his 400 years of life. So it's just like, so which one is it? That's the thing. That,
so
like,
when you look in the mirror, what do you see?
What do you see? Do you see yourself
at
your eldest? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
and then the sun turns out to not hurt him?
Yeah, the sun doesn't kill Dracula.
And like some people turn into vampires when they get bitten, but some people don't. But then there's people in the cemetery that are alive, but they're not vampires. They're just like forever alive or something.
Yeah,
it's just like pick a rule.
Yeah, by the third episode, they were just like throwing stuff at the wall. By the third
episode, the first episode was like a fever dream. Like, did that happen? Because otherwise, how is this also happening? Like, this doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, we probably are the only people on the planet that are talking this long about this TV show. Because I don't think
someone has to.
I feel like no, because How did you hear about it?
The same way I always end up watching stuff. I saw a little clip on Instagram, and it was just him when he gets put in the cage, and they give him a toilet. They try to cage him up. They give him a toilet. He's like, "Why did you give me a toilet? I'm a sentient being or something like that. Like he's a vampire. I don't need a toilet."
Yeah.
That I thought that was funny, which it was.
Yeah.
But it was the only funny thing.
Yeah, it was the only thing that was actually clever that he said. Yeah.
This might be fun, and then it wasn't. But we saw the whole thing.
Yeah. I don't really think about like genre or anything like when I'm watching a movie. I watch any type of movie. I just want it to be like a good movie. So I generally do like look at reviews to see if people are talking about it, and like
You're very
just
organized.
yeah,
And then you keep a list of all the movies that
I
you've
do keep a
seen.
list, yeah.
And I'm just like, that one. It sucks.
Yeah.
Leave it halfway done.
Because if I just watched everything, I would just be watching just every movie that ever came out. If I was just like, hey, let's see what this is.
Fine with me.
So there was a thing that you said earlier in a podcast where I was like, I've seen at that time it was like 70 movies. Right now, I get I think it's weekly, maybe it's monthly, I don't know, but I get like a on Letterbox, you get to see all the movies that you've seen, and they tell you how many movies you've seen and how many hours. And I just got the one this weekend, and 75. I've watched 75 movies.
You're at 75.
I'm at 75 movies. And the last thing I watched was The Big Lebowski.
You're happy with yourself?
I am. And you said that you didn't want like that many people in your head. Like you did, like the idea of watching that many movies you didn't want because you didn't want that many like ideas or people or thoughts in your head like all the time. And I wanted to know more about that. Like
you don't think that's normal? That doesn't happen to you?
I mean, it doesn't happen to me because but I don't know if it's normal.
That's why I like to watch the same thing over and over because it's like.
But like if you watch a movie, it's like that character is stuck in your head whether you like it or not.
You never think about that, like all the stuff that we consume, like it's forever in your head. Like it used to be that a movie would come out and then you would watch it in theaters and then you would get a DVD and then or whatever. Like I'm even old enough for a VHS or a VHS, and then you would watch it again at home a few times, and then it was just like part of your collection. And
I mean, that's if you liked the movie, but there's tons of movies that you didn't like that you don't think about.
Yeah, but they just every time it feels like there's more and more stuff, and I don't know. I wonder about like how much stuff fits in my head. Like I already know all the names of the neighbors and everybody that lives in this block. I know their name. Everybody at my daughter's school, I know their name. Like how much information fits in my head? Like I should stop acquiring more information all the time. When I was little, my mom wrote stories for me, like for bedtime, and I think one time I said something to that effect, like, what happens if you like, is it possible for you to say the same word too many times or something? Like you use it up, like you can't say it anymore. So she wrote a story about that as like a woman that happens uniquely to her, no one else. And throughout her life, she like is no longer able to say table, for example, because she said the word table too many times. So now she has to say like the surface in the kitchen or whatever. Like she has to like find ways to work around.
Yeah,
because that has been like
she used up.
I don't know. It's not the exact same as like having too much information in your head, but it's like that idea of like what happens with all these words and all this the names of all these characters and all this stuff like this. I'm so bad at references. I don't know anybody's name. But I don't care to.
The thing is, like, I was just wondering. I just wanted to understand. So you feel like if you watched a lot of movies, you would just have all of those movies in your head, all those thoughts in your head?
Not exactly, but yeah. I mean, that's also, I think I've also said this to you, like, that's also why I don't like to watch that much stand-up because, or like at all, really, because then I feel like, what if I absorb it and like next thing I'm thinking about these things as well. So I'm also putting that in my stand-up, so I'm kind of stealing, but I'm just like absorbing.
Yeah. I mean, some people don't watch other comics. I mean, I don't watch as much stand-up as I used to. I guess like when I was a kid, yeah, because I wasn't trying to be a stand-up. I just watched a lot of stand-up. But like now, yeah, it's just entertainment. But like now, I don't watch that much stand-up unless it's somebody that I really enjoy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just thought that was a weird idea. Like I remember you saying that, and I just thought that was a idea that I had never really thought of. Just like, yeah, I mean, I watch a lot of movies, but like when the movie is over, if it's a great movie, yeah, I'm thinking about it. But like that's one in like every 10 movies.
I don't know, and I can't control what's gonna live in my head forever out of all the stuff that I'm watching. Like there's always little bits that I'm like, and that's with me forever now. Great.
I don't really think about genre, or like I watch foreign films a lot, and I don't really think about like where the movie is from or what decade or anything. Is it a good movie? Does it tell the story very well? And that's really all I think about. And I really enjoy just seeing whatever perspective that
Did
the
your
person come
family
from.
not have like movies that you watch over and over?
You know what?
Was I raised by autistic people? We
So,
all were watching the same things.
The thing is that I didn't watch a lot of movies as a kid, mostly because like Tyler, Texas, where I'm from, is and was and still is a pretty segregated city. And the movie theater when I was a kid, they have one on my side of town now, but the movie
Every time
theater
we talk about growing up, I'm just like everything's in black and white.
well, the movie theater,
like this.
there was only like one like cinema, like, you know, big movie theater, and it was on the other side of town. So if I wanted to see a movie, I have to go like
that?
That's where it was.
Is that the white side of town, or
yes, it was the white side of town. That's what I meant.
Yeah,
that was the italics. The other side of town.
Wink, wink.
So I didn't go like as a, you know, when you don't have. Now my dad, he would always rent movies. He rented a lot of movies, but he would always rent like for whatever. I've never been like interested in like an action film.
That is where you draw the
like
line.
that.
Watch anything besides an action film?
It's just like he would watch like, you know, Rambo or, you know, some Steven Seagal or some I don't know. It was just stuff that I wasn't particularly interested in, like the Terminator or whatever. And it was just kind of like, all right. And he would watch a lot of stuff like that. And it wasn't like we didn't pick out movies together. Like I didn't watch like kids movies. It was just like whatever he rented.
He just went to Blockbuster without you?
Yeah.
Or were you there?
We would sometimes he just brings something home.
Yeah.
And sometimes not. He also
hours of Blockbuster was like my favorite.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we didn't like rent movies with him. We rented movies.
Either you happened to be there or you were not there at all.
That was kind of it. So it was just whatever he wanted to watch. And a lot of times it wasn't stuff that I was particularly that interested in. And also he worked at night, and sometimes he worked like overnight. So he would watch stuff during the day. Like maybe I was at school or something like that. So he'd watch stuff during the day and then rented before he, you know, had to go to work at night because he was, you know, working overnight. So he was on a different time schedule too while he was watching stuff. And I don't know, like growing up, we didn't really, there weren't things that we like watched over and over. We didn't have like I don't think we had like a VHS collection.
Any movies?
No, not really. It wasn't until my parents got foster kids and they started like buying movies and stuff, because like when we grew up, like we didn't have a lot of money, but by the time I got older, I don't know, we had more money. Like not a lot.
You're like,
yeah. I don't really know, because I was gone, and you know it didn't really matter that much to me. But growing up, like as a kid, we didn't have a lot of money, so we didn't have a lot of like movies around. So no, I don't think I grew up. The only thing was like on TV. Like, you know, there'd be movies that are always on.
Really up to you. You can't like watch the same thing over and over.
My cousin, when I would go over my grandparents' house, my cousins, like they would always, I had one cousin that loved Michael Jackson's, I think it's called Moonwalker. It's just a movie, a Michael Jackson feature film that he made. Yeah. And it's just like, it's a musical Michael Jackson. That's really the only way to describe it. It would be really weird to watch it now. I haven't seen it in years since I was a kid, but it would be like Joe Pesci is in it. Michael Jackson turns into a car. Oh, okay. Like it's
I need to see this.
It's pretty insane. I don't know. I mean,
was it a white car? Just kidding.
Or was it black?
We'll never know.
We'll never know.
Well, I guess we can find it.
Yeah.
There's still a Blockbuster in Bend.
Yeah, next time when we go to Bend, we can go.
We gotta return the damn thing. Make it all the way back. Actually, never mind.
So how did you feel about the Family Stone? Did you still? Because you said you watched it one time before, or you watched it a bunch of times?
I definitely seen it.
But then we
before.
watched it. It seemed like you hadn't.
I forgot most of it. I guess that disproves my theory that all this stuff's gonna live in my head because I apparently forgot all about it. But
you also half watch movies a lot.
I do half watch. I'll be doing something else. Like for a while recently, I Love Lucy was my cooking and cleaning show. So I wasn't really watching, but I wanted something in the background.
You also don't really need to watch. I'm like, you can hear it.
Yeah.
It was made for radio. Like it was one of those.
Made so it worked.
It was at the time where like they were transitioning from radio to TV. So
it's funny that now it's the other way around. They're transitioning from TV to you can also just listen to this and we know you're not looking. Because apparently Netflix is doing that.
Yeah, that's what Netflix. You could probably watch that Dracula show.
But that's not an excuse to make a bad show. Like just because you're listening.
In my opinion, that's true.
You don't have to explain everything.
Not to them apparently.
Right? Like things you understand stuff from context. You don't have to be like, I'm gonna sit in this blue couch. Like that's unnecessary. Apparently, you told me Sarah Jessica Parker got a Golden Globe for her performance.
Her performance. Well, she got a nomination. She didn't win.
She didn't win?
No.
This whole time.
You're expecting her to win for her. Yeah. We have to look.
Just for that one scene where she's like, I'm so ashamed.
That was a pretty good reaction. I did enjoy that. Good.
I mean, the whole idea that your brother would bring a girlfriend that has a sister and then you guys switch girls is pretty unhinged, and that everybody in the family is like, oh, everybody's like aware. They're like, oh, they're switching. Like nobody is like, that would never happen, which is what your reaction should be when your girlfriend brings her sister home. Is like, I would never date her. Like, it's the only person in the world that I'm not allowed to date. That's a boundary. And then they both have either get married or have long-term relationships with each other. So now whenever they get together for Christmas, they have the two brothers and the two sisters are with each other, creating this like really weird dynamic where like their kids are going to be second cousins once, whatever the opposite of is, once closer to each other.
Well, I mean, they didn't have kids. They weren't like they were. Not the kids won't be married. I mean, won't be related.
The kids will be related.
Yeah, but I don't know.
If you're like, my uncle is married to my aunt,
but they weren't.
Who are both related to me. That's weird.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah. So now family stone.
Yeah, that's, I don't know. The whole dynamic of the family was already weird, and now it's weirder.
Yeah, it was just like the whole switching thing. It just felt so sitcom-y. It felt like it could have been done in 30 minutes.
Yeah, like there's no way that's happening, and then it did.
And then like when they're in the kitchen and she spills the stuff on the floor, and then they run into each other. That whole one person is running in, another person running out, and I'm just like, oh god. And they're just like laughing it up, like this is the funniest thing.
And then the guy comes in and she's on the floor like, Ricky. I spilled the breakfast.
Yeah, it's I don't know. But you never really said how you felt about it.
I didn't like it.
You didn't like it?
I mean, I like Diane Keaton. She could be on anything and I'll watch it.
Yeah. How many how many white collared shirts do you think Diane Keaton has?
In real life?
Yeah.
A lot. She probably has a whole.
You think she just opens up her closet and just
no, it's a whole bedroom.
All
it's like lined with shirts every wall, and she's like, "Well, you start here in the summer. These are my linen white shirts, and then they get a little thicker. This is cotton, and then this is cotton polyester. This is polyester wool, and this that's the opposite."
Do you think she has the same ones?
Same shirt all year round.
You think she has the same ones when she was like 20, and as she's gotten smaller, they've just gotten bigger? Like
you think she's gotten smaller?
She's become a smaller person. Older? Well, most older people get smaller as they get older.
Yes.
And their shirts are just blowing in the wind.
Yeah, I mean, if she gets smaller, then that's just fashion, baby. That shirt's big now. It's not too big. It's called oversized, and she looks really fashionable. And then she wears this giant fucking necklace, and while she's wearing this huge skirt, she's just like, "Is she in there?" It's just so much of everything.
It's so funny. Like Diane Keaton
She was
always
missing a
looks
big
like
old
Diane
hat,
Keaton.
like just a floppy hat.
Yeah,
She
Diane
has to
Keaton.
lift-
Diane Keaton always looks like Diane Keaton.
Yeah,
Every movie, like it's
and her
so wild.
acting is just her being herself.
Hmm?
She's like,
Or is it? Who knows?
sorry, honey.
We don't know who she.
That's a-
We don't know who she really is.
Yeah, the way she gets overwhelmed is like, oh,
The Diane Keaton laugh. Her laughing is just.
I'm doing it. Well, la-di-da.
Everything's
Keep
the
doing
funniest thing. And she was like weirdly. She was just like really inappropriate with her son, like all the time. Like she would talk. Well, her just her kids in general. She was talking like, oh, like Adam popped her cherry or something.
Yeah.
Like talking about her daughter. I'm just like, oh, all right, man.
But that was them being like, we're a cool family. Being like, we're
All right.
different. We're not like other families.
Mhm, yeah.
Literally. She
Nice.
was just like, I'm a cool mom. I talk about shit like that.
What else are we watching? Get down with.
I'm watching The Nanny that you won't watch with me because you don't like it, because you hate women.
I don't. I feel like.
Man, do you clip this and use it? Say you hate women and you're like,
I mean, kind of. No, I feel like I've never. Like, I know that you watched The Nanny, but I feel like I've never like been in the room when you're watching it. I've never just like you watched Sabrina the Teenage Witch, the worst TV show ever made, and I'm still I'm in the room, and you know I watch it because I love you.
What does that have to do with anything?
I don't remember you like you're not just watching the Nanny at random times.
I told you like yesterday. I just found it on Roku. It used to be on HBO, and I used to watch it, but then they removed it. I think that was before that you moved in. Like, I used to watch it when that was my I Love Lucy when I was doing other stuff, because I watched that show growing up a lot. So like, it's not like I don't know what happens, but as I forget parts of it, and also just like the jokes are so predictable, but they make me laugh every time. Like, it's it's coming. What was the one she made like 4 jokes about the girl going to the
therapist?
Therapy?
Yeah, they just had 4 jokes in a row.
Like, therapy.
And the other person was just in the room just to deliver that one two word line.
Like the secretary, or like
just to give like
disturbing the patients, like they're not already disturbed. Fran.
And she just did like 4 times in a row.
Yeah.
So you want me to watch The Nanny with you?
No, I didn't say that. You let me.
You don't want me to watch The Nanny with you?
Well, last night I was watching it, and then when I was like, do you want to watch this with me, or you want to watch something else, you said
something else.
Yeah. So
because there
it is.
Okay.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Just figured it out. We're watching we are separately watching, what's it called?
Platonic.
Because you're already waiting.
Because I started watching it. Well, because I was watching like a bunch of shows, and every time I watch something, you're like, oh, I don't want to watch it. It's a white man. I don't want to watch it.
Yeah.
And then it's Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
Lead character, and he's probably the most he's way broier than anything in that show than in anything else I was watching.
Yeah, but it's like so broy, so like cartoonish that it's okay, because it's like very self-aware of just like how broy it is.
All right.
But I do struggle to start a new show. I'm always like, oh, here we go, and I have to learn these people's names.
Yeah, every time I say let's watch a show or let's watch a movie, you're like, but like if you hear about it on TikTok or Instagram, you're like, I want to watch this. I'm like, I told you about that like months ago.
Yeah, you didn't say it right. You gotta learn the lingo.
I have to get it in your algorithm.
Yeah, I don't want to watch a movie. I want to watch 106 short TikTok videos about turtles. That's a line from Demon Hunters.
Another great movie.
Cake Pop Demon Hunters, best movie of the summer.
We got squirrels just going at it.
Got squirrels in my pants.
It's K-pop.
Yeah, cake pop.
You're saying cake pop. It's not cake pop. It's
So
K.
I mean, I'm Mexican.
Pop.
You want me to go back to my country? Then I guess I could say cake pop all I want.
It's not.
You're upsetting Pablo. Look at him. He's pissed. He's like, be nice to my mother.
Pablo is our chicken. It's not. It's not. There's not a dude named Pablo.
Just standing there like,
looking over.
Come beat you up. Pablo will beat you up though.
True.
The reason we don't have rats anymore is because Pablo beat them up.
Yeah, I believe it.
I thought I was gonna have to do something about it, but he was like,
Pablo is always very vocal, always talking.
Yeah, about human rights and chicken rights and
chicken rights. All right, well, I think we did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any parting words? Stay cool.
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
Let's go make some orange smoothies.
All right, let's go make some smoothies. My name is Lee H. Selman.
Bye. I'm Andrea.
And thank you for listening to Anxiety Swing. See you guys later.